Hello everyone, welcome to TalentSprint and welcome to this part 1 of Indian agriculture. In the earlier lessons we have gone through the basics of agriculture. Now in these topics we shall discuss in detail about the agriculture of India. So first we shall go through the agricultural scenario of India. So whenever we say India, India is a farming nation or agriculture nation, right? Farmer is a backbone of our country. So still 50% of Indian workforce are in agriculture only. Okay, that means 50% of the total population is still in working in agriculture only. Total workforce, 50% of total workforce is still in agriculture, and it contributes around 14 to 17% of GDP. In 1950s it used to contribute more than 50%. Now it is contributing only 14 to 17%, though 50% of the workforce is still in agriculture, and the total net sown area is 47% of the total cultivable area in the country, and it accounts for 35% of the national income of the country. Okay, and so agriculture is a backbone of our country, and whenever we say India, remember farmer, right? So farmer is our backbone, which he gives food and other products for the respective citizens of their own country. Moving on to the classification of crops in India. So in India, the crops are classified on two categories. The first is based on the use or type of cultivation, and the second is based on seasons. So we shall discuss about the both categories. First we shall discuss about based on use or type of cultivation. So the crops are classified on their usage or their type of cultivation. So what are the categories of crops coming under these type of cultivation? So first is food crops. As the name says, food crop means these are grown majorly for food. So what are the examples? Rice, wheat, maize, pulses, etc. Okay, and the second category is cash crops. So what do you mean by cash crops? As the name says, cash crops, they are grown for profit. So they include sugarcane, tobacco, cotton, groundnut, etc. And the next is fiber crops. What do you mean by fiber crops? These are grown for clothing, right? Cotton, silk, jute, flax, hemp, etc. These are the fiber crops. And the next is plantation crops. These are grown on larger plantations: tea, coffee, rubber, banana, cashew, etc. And the next, fifth categorization in this type of cultivation or use is horticulture crops, in which flowers, flowering plants, fruits, vegetables are grown. So these are the 5 categories coming under the basis of usage or the type of cultivation of crops. So these 5 crops come under this categorization. In the second categorization, based on seasons, so seasons will determine various crops to be grown. So the first type of crops is Kharif crops. So as the name says, Kharif crops, these are grown in the monsoon season, particularly from June to September. Second is Rabi crops from October to March, and next is Zyyd crops or Zyyd crops, that is from April to May. So these are the 3 categorizations coming under seasonal division of agricultural crops in India. So first we shall go through the Kharif crops. So Kharif crops are generally grown in the monsoon season, when the rainfall starts, particularly in the June month. The southwest monsoon arrives in Kerala, right, on June 1st. So with the June 1st arrival of the monsoon, the Kharif sowing starts. Okay, so they are called as monsoon crops because they are grown in the monsoon season, and they are sown in June to July and harvested in September to October. Okay, taking out the product, that is called harvesting, and they need lot of water. That's why they are grown in the monsoon season, and they need a dry climatic regions particularly for their growth. And the major examples of Kharif crop are rice, jowar, bajra, maize, cotton, groundnut, pulses like moong dal, arha, urad dal, etc. Okay, rice is an important Kharif crop. Okay, this is asked many times in many examinations. The very best example of Kharif crop is rice, and the next is maize. Okay, and next, moving on to the next category of crops in seasons, because based on seasons, is Rabi crops. As the name says, Rabi crops, these are grown in winter from October to March, and they are called as winter crops. They are sown in the months of October to November, and they are harvested in the month of April to May, or March to April, in some cases. Okay, they celebrate the new year with the harvesting of Rabi crops only, the respective new years of Telugu New Year, Tamil New Year, okay, Marathi New Year, etc. Okay, and they need warm climate during the germination of seeds, and mature and cold climate for their growth. Okay, they cannot tolerate very dry climates in the case of Kharif crops, like that. Okay, and the very best examples of Rabi crops are wheat, barley, oat, gram, mustard, etc. And moving on to the third categorization of crops in the based on seasons is Zyyd crops. As the name says, Zyyd crops, they are grown in between the Rabi and Kharif crops. Okay, after the Rabi crop, the Zyyd crop is grown. Okay, after Zyyd crop, we have again Kharif crops. So generally these are called as fruit or summer crops. Generally most of the fruits are grown in summer, like watermelon, muskmelon, mangoes, etc. Right? So they are sown in the month of March to April and harvested in the month of May to June. Cucumber, bitter gourd, mangoes, muskmelon, watermelon, these are the very best examples of Zyyd crops. Okay, and so hope you have learned something in this topic. I'll meet you in the next part 2 of Indian agriculture. Thank you.